Hello, my name is Nick Belmonte. Today we're going to make a nice mushroom soup, and it's going to be very delicious. What's unique about this mushroom soup is we're going to thicken it. We're going to cream it a little bit. We're not going to use any milk or cream. We're not going to use any cornstarch or any roux. I'm going to show you a good secret, and it's very low glycemic. So stick around to the very end, and I'm also going to post the recipe. Okay, so just keep on watching. First, we start with a little olive oil in a pan. And then we turn the heat on medium. And what I have here is carrot, celery, onions, garlic, and dry Italian seasoning. Get the dry because it's a little bit more potent, and there's no reason to get fresh right now. Not for this, because it's going into a pot with a lot of broth. So let's sweat our vegetables. Our Italian seasoning. And what I have here is I have chicken stock that I made myself, and there's a little bit of tomato in here too, so it's a delicious chicken stock. It was actually made for a soup, and I put some aside because I knew I was going to be making this. So we'll pour that in and wait till the whole thing simmers. Okay, so I'm cutting the mushrooms. I'm slicing them. I cut them in half first, and I slice them. I have here about 1.5 pounds of mushrooms. You don't need much more than that. Believe me, it goes a long way. And don't think it's a lot going into the pot because they do shrink tremendously. And they ooze out such a delicious flavor with all that nutrition. And this is very, very healthy. You don't have to get fancy, okay? You can just slice them like that. Some people quarter the mushrooms. I'll show you what I mean. They just get the mushroom like this, and they just this way and that way. Okay, that's I don't do it. I don't do it that way because that I might do into a pasta or something, so you could pick it up with a fork easier. But we're going to be eating it with a nice soup spoon. Okay, so the base is finally simmering, and now we're going to add in the mushrooms. Seems like a lot, but they do shrink. Okay, I'm going to come back once the mushrooms are cooked, and I'm going to show you how to cream it real nice. Just get them and squash them down in there. This is looking so good, and the smell is fantastic. Okay, we could see how much it shrunk. The mushrooms got very tiny. The soup is almost done, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to cream it. It's definitely something you've never done before, so like I said, whoop, there goes the steam. Stay tuned. Okay, so what I did with the soup is, what I'm going to do with the soup is pretty interesting. What I did was I had a cup of rice, and after I cooked it, I froze it overnight. When you freeze rice, you bring down the glycemic index dramatically. So if you're diabetic, okay, that's what you're going to want to do. Same thing if you bring down bread, if you freeze bread and toast it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the rice in the blender, okay. I recooked it with some water. It's going to cream. Then we're going to pour it into our soup. So basically what we did was we turned the rice into a cream. We're going to pour it into the soup. And cream of mushroom without dairy, without the roux, without cornstarch, and we lower the glycemic index on the rice. come over here and look at the soup now. Look at the color of the soup now. There we go. We now have cream of mushroom soup without using any dairy or cornstarch or roux or any butter or anything. And soup is going to be delicious, just as delicious. You can see it formed in that pay. That's when you run your finger down the side. Okay, and basically it shows you how thick it is. It's a coating. Nappe is a French word, okay, for coating the back of the spoon. It really means a blanket or a cover. So what we've got to do now is we're going to put this in some little bowls, and we're going to taste it and enjoy ourselves. So now with the soup, you could also put croutons on it, the Melba toast, a biscuit, a crostini, okay, whatever you want. You could even put cheese on it and make it somewhat like a French onion soup, but onion mushroom soup. How's that? This soup is going to be so delicious.
Okay.
Creamy, chewy. The smell and taste are phenomenal. The mushrooms have a nice bite. It's like it's meaty. You won't miss meat if you have this. You know what? I'm going to post a recipe, so just make it.